just like that. Once again, welcome into the Fury Unleashed podcast. No Diego Reyes.
Nope.
No Eric Garcia. Just me and my tag team partner, Freebird Rule, in full effect. You get the VP matchmaker, janitor extraordinaire, Rich Burmaster, back in the building here at DNA Studios, who just celebrated a 20th anniversary. Congratulations once again. What's up, Rich? How's the how was the assignment?
Hey man, look, I'm happy just sitting here with the sexiest man in MMA, man.
When is he getting here? Who is that?
Finally we got those Browns out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa! Who saw that coming?
1 minute into the show,
already
set
bam.
the tone. Here we go.
Lulac is out. What are we going to call our club?
I don't. Yeah. Maybe we don't need a name. Maybe we don't need a name. We don't need a name.
No names necessary.
We're good. We're good.
Unless you're Hector Sainz, man.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, what a banger, man. Fury Challenger Series 14, fresh off the heels of an event that, man, honestly, I feel like over-delivered. I mean, on paper, it was great. You knew it'd be a banger, but golly, so many decisive finishes. A few that went to the judges, but even those were like split decisions. Just great fights all the way around, man.
Yeah, this card was. It's always funny. It wasn't a really hyped up card. It was a Challenger Series.
Yeah.
You know, the biggest thing was obviously we had an interim title fight on here, and we had the debut of Bellemere. So that was cool. There was some excitement there. If you were local, it was pretty exciting. But the main card itself delivered in extraordinary fashion from start to finish. Alex Martinez picking up the TKO victory over Taylor Hickman in just brutal fashion. And you know, and you hate to see a guy like Taylor, anybody down there for as long as he was. And I know he's been posting a little bit about his recovery right now.
Yeah. Do we have any details on that? He said he was being observed for brain issues.
He said he was like leaking cranial fluid from his ears.
Oh shit!
Now listen. I'm not a surgeon, clearly, but that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, that's not where that's supposed to come from.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's supposed to stay where it is. Sounds really serious, man. First and foremost, get well soon, Taylor Hickman.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, fight business aside, man. Safety first. Wishing him a speedy and a full recovery. But yeah, man. TKO 3-11 in a round number 2. Alex Martinez with a decisive TKO win over Taylor Hickman.
Yeah, it was good. Hickman had been out for a little while. I want to say like 2 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he was gone.
I was really looking forward to seeing him back. You know, I mean,
it was a tough fight coming back, but he got out there. He made it happen, and it was an impressive showing from Alex Martinez for sure. An impressive showing, dude. Herman, is it Herman or Jermaine? How do you say it?
Herman. It's Herman, like kind of like Spanish Herman.
Okay.
But you know, Jermaine is always fun too. Like whenever you were calling that on the previous podcast, just kind of rolled with it. Right?
I thought maybe it could be German. I don't know.
I thought maybe it was like, dang, is that like Spanish Jermaine? Maybe it is Jermaine. But yeah, Herman or Pineda, Micah Dynamite White, Micah getting the technical submission with a rear naked choke. 3:44 into the third and final round.
Yeah.
Dude, that one, another banger that over-delivered, man.
Yeah, that was a
exciting fight, dude. Herman is like such a dog, man.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys like we've talked about before. We've got a handful of them who are just so tough, so gritty, so talented, but for whatever reason, their record is upside down and they're on the wrong side of the track there. But dude, Herman Pineda is a savage. He's a stud. And he gave Micah Dynamite White 3 solid rounds.
Yeah, he did, and this was the toughest battle that Micah's had to face so far. Micah definitely faced some adversity. You know, Jermaine had his back.
Yeah.
I think in the first round, and they slugged it out a little bit. Micah definitely had to dig deep in this fight to come back and get this victory. And man, what a way to finish, leaving him sleeping on the mat.
Dude, incredible, man. In that moment, I told Eric, like, that guy is a dog. The guy's a stud. I'm not going to tap. You have to put me to sleep.
Yeah, I heard you say this was happy. He's like, he's not going to tap. He's not going to tap.
Like, he is not going to tap. He's going to go out on his shield, man. But
and that's hard to do, man. A lot of people, I hate the term casuals, but a lot of people who've never trained, I'll hear them say, oh, you just got to go out. You got to go out, man. Go ahead. You know, like, dude, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to not tap. To not tap is a hard thing. Like, you have to make a choice.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty gangster choice. Like,
as gangster as it gets, man. So whenever he went out, the people that could see, you, Eric, myself were like, he's out. He's out. Professor Joe went in there to double check. Whenever I went in the cage, he did let me know, and I told him I'd mention it on the podcast. Whenever Herman went down, he was on his arm, but he had a thumb up whenever he went down on it. So that was why Professor Joe gave him a little extra leeway there before he stepped in and called for the finish. But again, just a fucking savage. Like, I'm good. I'm good.
No,
snooze.
It's actually something like we try to train it in my gym. We do a lot of situational drills to where, like, guys got your back. He may have your arm locked up. You may be flat down. Like, you got to fight through these bad positions. And the whole thing for us is, like, don't tap. We don't tap the chokes. Like, and the reason we don't, one, it's going to give you more time to try and get out of it. Yeah. But also, like, I mean, you take a little nap. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of conditioning yourself. You train yourself to not tap, and you get used to that mindset.
Yeah, and you can
muscle memory.
You can go a little further than you think. Like, you can only go so far.
As with anything, right?
Right.
The end will eventually come.
Where did I get that little extra? Okay, all right.
Oh, shit.
Push my hips here. Okay. So congratulations, Michael White, and again, Herman. Great to see you out there in the cage. I hope to see you back.
Michael White moving to 4-1, improving that record. Our next one, man.
Jeez.
Kind of a heartbreaker for us because I mean, James Ford, friend of the show, we all love James Ford, but dude, welcome to Fury FC, Dante Johnson. Dude, what a savage. First round knockout, 3 minutes, 37 seconds. He sleeps James Ford. Yeah. I didn't see that coming, man. James kind of got drawn into a slugfest and got rocked early. Went for the wrestling a little late, whenever his bell was rung, and Dante Johnson wasn't having it.
Yeah, and one of the things that you notice in this fight is that James is very willing, when the fight doesn't go directly to the ground, to press forward and throw hands.
Yes.
He doesn't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
The problem is that Dante Johnson connected with that head kick, and Johnson wants to throw. And you're right, at that point now it became like your equilibrium's off. It's really hard to get a takedown now. Credit to Johnson, man. Like, he defended the takedowns really well. He I wouldn't say he has like great wrestling, but he definitely was able to stop the takedowns, was able to keep it on the feet and get the fight where he wanted it to be, and the results show why.
Yep.
Nasty knockout. As a matter of fact, I gave that the knockout of the night. Again, you hate to see. We try not to be biased. It's really hard.
Of course,
it's really hard to not be biased and to be open and clear. James is part of the affiliation that I'm a part of. So, like, our gyms are close together. I've watched James since his first fight here. All of us have become big fans, and the longer like we have these fighters on our roster, no matter the city, you become close to them.
Yeah.
And you get to know them a little bit. And he is one of the nicest guys, but also one of the most driven men that I've met. And like I told him that night, this is just a minor blip in a long, long career.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. No one's perfect. You have a bad night. You go home, you take a big old dump, you get rid of all those feelings, you get up the next morning, and you move on about your life. That's all you can do.
That's right. Wake up, wipe it off, move on to the next one. Dante Johnson moves to 5-0 with that knockout. James Ford, 3-1. That's not a terrible record.
Not at all.
I reached out to him as well, sent him a message. Really looking forward to your next one. He's still that dude, and he'll make the adjustments for sure.
What about Shah Zolghari? How did you say that?
Shah Zolghari.
Dude, you have the fucking hardest job.
Well,
like,
between
between you and Raheel, when it comes to having to learn these names, because like you'll see me sometimes, like, I'll fill in for you and have to do the names, like if you're not there for weigh-ins
like the
or
weigh-ins.
something. Yeah. And I tell them ahead, so hey, I am not the announcer, I'm not the commentator, so piss off because this is going to sound terrible.
Yeah.
But
if they don't reach out and like make an effort, like with a name like this, you're kind of leaving yourself open to whatever we come up with too.
Did he reach out to you?
No. But I'm just reading it, I can kind of piece that together. There are other ones.
A fun back and forth fight with him and Sean Kennard.
Sean making his return after that injury, coming back 4-0. Drops a split decision to Shah Zolghari.
I'll be honest, I missed a lot of this fight. I got pulled to the back for a little while. And I didn't see a lot of this fight. The moments of the fight that I saw were really close. So it didn't sound like people were upset by a split decision. Okay. Sean's O is no longer there. Picked up his first loss.
And we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
We got that out of the way now. You make the necessary adjustments and look forward to hearing Top Gun.
Yeah.
Play towards the cage one more time. Dude, and then the next one. The debut. The anticipated debut.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk too much about behind the scenes. I've got stories for you off the air. But Bella Meir makes her debut, taking on Stone Cold Stephanie Calderon, who was 2-0 coming to this one. Just a savage, beast with some hands, and she got in the wrong place at the wrong time, ended up in a chicken wing.
Big credit to Stephanie. She took this fight on 8 days' notice.
Yeah.
And had to go up a weight class. And I'll tell you right now, I personally reached out to probably 30 different female fighters for this fight, who all turned down this opportunity.
Wow.
Eric probably reached out to just as many, who all turned down this opportunity. And Stephanie Calderon was like, I'll do it. And what people forget, women's division is very thin. So if you can stand out and make a name for yourself, it's easy to get noticed. Bella Meir is the first athlete to get an NIL deal from the UFC.
Incredible.
Uncle Dana loves Bella Meir.
Yeah.
Like he looks at her like his niece or his own little daughter running out there.
So he's going to be watching this
100%.
fight. And that was an opportunity missed by, 60 people that passed on an opportunity to be guaranteed that Dana's going to see you fight.
From the time that fight ended, I got a text from Mick saying, hey, Dana wants the full fight. Can you send it to me? I mean, we haven't got to the next fight yet. So this was an opportunity for someone who come out there. And Calderon had a great showing for herself. I will say I was surprised at how effective Bella Meir's striking was. Yeah,
she stood, she threw hands, and she made that known in her post-fight interview. I wouldn't want to end up on the ground with her. She ended up tapped out. We called it a Kimura Live because that's what the state called it. But it was a chicken wing.
It was a chicken wing. I mean, you've got that particular bend. If you're a catch wrestling person, which Bella Meir coming from wrestling is going to lean toward catch wrestling.
Yeah.
It's a chicken wing, And if you want to go Bob Backlund style, it's a crossface chicken
wing. If she would have got in there.
Yeah. So it was really cool to see. I love seeing it. I love that particular submission as well. So it was cool to see her pulled off in a fight. The crazy thing, we won't see Bella Meir for another year.
I know, right? That was the most disappointing part of the fight, was in the post-fight interview whenever they asked, when are you going to get back in here? She's like, maybe next year. It's like, well, damn, it's July.
I know.
Come on. But
she only fights one time during the summer while she's in school. Yeah. She gets back to wrestling. Looking to last year, I think she placed second in the NCAA tournament, so she's looking to win a national title this year. Extremely talented girl. And
the sky is the limit, man.
Yeah, when your dad's Frank Mir.
How cool was that?
It was pretty cool.
Having Frank Mir at a Fury FC event, man. My inner 20-something-year-old was marking out huge. Like, dude, this guy is stood in there and banged with Brock Lesnar.
You could tell too. I forget that Frank and I are the same age. And so, because I've been a fan of Frank for a long time. And so when you're sitting there, he's 46.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I'm older than Frank Mir?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It makes you feel like a failure in your life, right?
Shit.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, not really, but, damn.
It's like, all right. So it kind of makes you feel pretty good, too, in some situations. I'm still moving pretty well. You can tell the battles he's had.
Man.
He's struggling to walk a little bit. Clearly, he's had a lot of surgeries, a lot of things. And don't forget, the guy had a horrific motorcycle accident that almost ended his career.
The spinal procedure that he had done and everything. God bless him. Thank God he's still here with us. That was a close one.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was
really, really cool having him around and taking out the fanboy aspect for myself, but seeing him with his daughter. Yeah. Try not to interrupt them or anything while they're doing their stuff. Give them their space, but dude, just watching that interaction, you could tell not just the coach-fighter relationship, but it's a father-daughter, the love, the bond that they have is really awesome to see. Ronnie Byerly, reached out, shot me a DM, like, dude, that was so awesome. Just seeing him and his daughter, and a very cool moment, from a fatherhood perspective. But dude, she picks up a win over a badass competitor, moves to 4-0 now. And we'll see her next year, I guess.
Yeah, and we'll get.
Do we sign her to a one-off, or do we get her to a multi-fight deal?
Yeah.
10-year lifetime agreement until you get called up.
Yeah, we'll see Calderon back here in pretty quickly. She did sign a 4-fight deal with us to come back.
2-1 now for Stone Cold. Look forward to seeing her back and fighting at the weight she's more comfortable at. Too.
Yeah, it'd be great to see her back at 125. She has a bright future as well.
How's Olivia Beardley doing? That was Bellamir's original opponent, Olivia Yum Beardley. She had to pull out due to injury. I guess last week?
Yeah,
a week or so.
She is recovering, getting focusing on getting back in the cage. We're targeting the San Antonio 10-17 card to bring her back. It's just hard to say for sure with an injury like that. She's just trying to get healed back up to be. I
don't know what the injury is, and I don't know if it's supposed to be public knowledge or not. But as long as she's healing and recovering, man, that's first and foremost most important thing.
Yeah.
Because she's another one with sky's the limit. She's a top prospect. You want to see her, achieve her full potential. And I'm glad that she's not somebody that would just pull out of a fight for some bullshit reason. I know she was really looking forward to this because she's one of those fighters that understood the opportunity. She knew Dana would be watching that fight.
100%.
And she's another one that's on Dana's radar. They met a couple years ago. So
yeah, it'll be interesting to see who we bring in for Olivia next. This was a big opportunity for her, and she was devastated that she lost this fight. But her future is so bright as well. So we'll get going. Speaking of bright futures, dude, Tony fucking Toro.
Tony Toro, Slick Nick Talavera, 6-2 going to this one against 4-2 Tony Toro, and Tony Toro never fails to put on a show. And dude, he gets a knockout.
Bad dude.
First round, 3 seconds to go. He gets the knockout over Slick Nick Talavera.
I mean, Talavera is as tough as they come. He's extremely hard to finish. I've had my guys fight him, and I know firsthand watching him, he's tough to put away. And Tony Toro, once he feels it, you're not getting out of there. He's getting you out. He is a fucking finisher. That dude, the Terror is the perfect name for him.
He wants the knockout, arguably as much as anybody I've ever seen. Whenever Nick would end up on the ground, Tony's like, no, get up.
Yeah.
No, you get your ass up. We're doing this up here. Get up.
I love it.
He's kind of like our Max Holloway in a way. He's that guy.
Yeah, it was great to see. Congratulations to Toro.
He gets a Kimura tattoo bonus.
For performance of the night.
I wonder what he's going to get, man. Think we can get him to get a Fury logo?
That'd be dope. Yeah, right on the neck. Oh,
on the neck would be cool. Yeah. Cody Rhodes get the Fury tattoo on the neck.
What a rough place to go for your first tattoo, but whatever.
Seriously, man, and it's like a bicep tattoo.
Yeah. Up next, we had a co-main event.
Co-main event, catch weight, 160 pounds. Pena Alamov, 5-2 with 1 no contest coming into this one, taking on the unit, Lester Batres Jr., not senior, who was here in studio with us last week, not to be confused. Lester Batres Jr. gets the first round knockout, 4 minutes 41 seconds over a tough Pena Alamov, who surprisingly he didn't shoot for takedowns. He didn't try to wrestle or anything. He wanted to stand and bang. And it was like Eric even made the comment. It's like, dude, this is like a new Pena.
Yeah.
He's standing, he's throwing hands. He's not shooting for takedowns.
He came out with this karate style too.
Yeah,
It was Wonder Boy.
like Charlie Ontiveros or Wonder Boy. Yeah, Stephen Wonder Boy Thompson. But Lester Batres getting the knockout victory.
Yeah, it was like this Turkmenistan Pena coming out in this karate style, and
I liked it.
It was cool. It definitely reminded me, if you go back and watch, a lot of wrestlers developed that style for some reason. Henry Cejudo, in his 2 title victories when he came back, he took that more bladed karate style stance, and it worked out great for him. It's very different to see, but it's effective. If you can pull it off, it's effective. He was doing pretty well with it. But I mean, Lester Batres Jr.
It's a game of inches.
Yeah.
A friend recently said it's a game of inches, as you well know. And Lester Bottrace Jr. ends up on the right side of those inches.
Man, like showing off the power, showing off the great hand speed. That was a finish he needed. That was a finish he needed to really get looked at, because that moves him to 5-1 now.
6-1 now.
6-1.
Yeah, he's 5-1 coming in.
Yeah, so 6-1. I think he needs one more. I think he needs one more finish to get a look, especially a look for like contenders. Now, to go straight to the UFC, I think he needs a couple more.
Yeah, I would agree.
His division is so stacked. It's got nothing to do with him. His division is a fucking nightmare to get in through. 45 and 55.
45 and 55 anywhere. Here, the UFC, there's so much talent there. I like that they fought this one at a catch weight of 160. We know that both of these guys can make the weight. Let's not make them do all that. Let's be gentlemen about it, is what Lester Sr. said last week. Fight at 160. But Lester Bottrace Jr., we know what he can do on the ground.
Yep.
Super talented on the ground. He kept this one on the feet. He wanted to show, hey, I've been improving on the feet too. I've been working on my hands too.
I'd be interested to see. For us, he would need about 2 more wins, but he could be a title fight guy too. Like,
with 2 more wins, 7 or should he be 8-1 with 2 more?
At 7-1, we would consider him for a title fight.
Exactly. I mean, with the kinds of finishes that he's had, absolutely.
Yeah. Could you imagine him and the new champion, Hector Sainz?
Oh my God. Yeah. Neither one of those guys are going to be around long enough to see that one happen.
First of all, this is a message to Hector Sainz. I spoke with Chico and Daniel about this as well. I've never seen someone eat so many fucking knees.
Dude.
And like not even act like it fazed him. He was on a mission. And Eiler is, how do you say the name?
Eiler Bakhtiar is what I said. I don't know if that's correct or not.
That's what I've been saying is Eiler.
Yeah.
Eiler had a pretty good game plan for Hector, because every time Hector would set up that shot, he'd hit him with a knee or he'd crack him with a knee. And he probably ate 5 or 6 knees.
Yes, man. I can't remember who was sitting next to me, but every time one of those every time one of those knees would land, I'm like, oh, dude, that is not good. But fucking Hector just ate him and returned fire.
Ate him and walked through, and the right hand, he slept Eiler, and that's how you put a stamp on a title.
Dude, seriously.
Like, that was super impressive. I think he moves to 10-2.
Yeah, he's 10-2 with that one, which Eiler falls to 10-3 now. He was 10-2 coming into that one. But, I mean, I feel like he won that first round.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that was, easy enough to say.
The problem, man, the problem that you run into for Hector right now is the coach side of me logically wants to say, hey, man, let's just sit for a little bit, and let's see, does somebody fall out of contenders? Do we get picked up over here? The problem with that is Sean Shelby wants you to stay active.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Which is so weird, because you can be the champion somewhere, coming off big knockouts. He's like, keep fighting, bro.
Yeah, keep fighting. Yeah, we'll give you a call when we're ready.
Because every fight now for Hector is a title fight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so hard to keep defending your belt, man.
Yeah. So do we have a unification fight for the 155? Or nah?
I'm not sure we will. And that's mainly because Mancher went to the road to the UFC and he won. He did not get a contract because he was not on the action. He was like an alternate, basically. So his match was alternate match, but they won. But he'll probably get called up again, coming off a win, to fight somewhere. So I'm not sure that he needs to come back and fight Hector. I would see more likely that he vacates the title, Hector becomes the unified champion, and then Hector fights another person coming up here. That's what I think we're probably looking at having happen. Now, I could leave here and get a phone call and it says, hey, we want him to come back and fight now.
Yeah.
So who knows? But if he does come back, he's got to fight Hector. We have to unify the title. That is a very, very interesting fight, because Hector can do it all. But Mancher is pretty elite on the ground. Like he's elite.
As a fan, I would love to see it, but I totally get why it's unlikely that we'll get to see that fight.
Yeah.
But Mancher Kara came in here and just, wrecked shop. Anybody I'll put in front of him.
Yeah. Hey, from our pro prelims too. So Chris Velarde.
Yeah, Chris Bovine Velarde going to tap out with a rear naked choke in the first round, 436 over Christian El Tigre Gavilanes.
And then Shane Wright with the knockout of the night.
Dude.
One of the knockouts of the year.
Dude. Shane Freight Train Wright showing him how he gets that nickname Freight Train. Picking up his first win. Congratulations to him. He was 0-2 coming in, and he gets a knockout over Jonathan Montalva, who was making his pro debut. Who do you put in there next with Shane Wright?
I don't know. I can tell you now, and this is another one of those guys where I'm an unapologetic fan of Shane Wright.
Yeah.
One of the nicest guys. Goes out of his way to find you, to say hi, to shake your hand, you know, and that is something that I hate to use the term older, but we're fucking older guys. Come shake my fucking hand, look me in the eye.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
That's the thing, especially this younger generation. These dang millennials, you know, eye contact is awkward, and you know, they don't want to approach. They're nervous. They're shy. Whatever, dude. You know, make your way out and shake a hand. Say hello.
Side note.
Socialize. Network.
Side note. So my guy JT was supposed to fight on the card. His opponent busted big weight, so he didn't fight. And JT brought his sister out. His sister wants to intern for us. And she is working in sports medicine, stuff like that. So I'm sorry, sports management. And so she wants to intern for us. And so I always fail when it comes to shaking a woman's hand, because you never know how hard to go.
Yeah, are you
know?
gonna do
So like,
yeah.
I always try to do the lightly firm, but I always get a good. She fucking Adrian Peterson in my hand.
Oh, wow.
Dude, she had a grip. And then I couldn't, well, what you can't do then is you can't react and squeeze back, because now you're just a dick. So I had to sit there and watch, be like, she thinks I'm a bitch as she's shaking my hand.
Yeah, she went and told everybody, yeah, Rick's got jellyfish hands. Whenever he shakes.
Yeah, so like I hate that. But congrats to her. Great handshake. But Shane Wright.
Fist bump.
Yeah, fist bump the ladies.
Go for the fist bump next time. Save your manhood.
Yeah, ladies.
Protect our ego.
You're getting fist bumps from now on.
That's it.
But congrats to Shane Wright, man. I was happy to see him pick up that victory. Again, that's one of the candidates for knockout of the year. We will start. Man, we're already in July.
There were so many knockouts just on this card to consider for knockout of the year, man. I mean,
yeah, I gave. Whew, man, and Shane Wright. Hey, shout out to Warbringer Whiskey.
We're gonna have to go back and like review all these events from the start of the year, because there's been so many candidates. But just on this card alone, I mean, you've got three.
I started a spreadsheet, and look at that. Bellamir's probably in the lead for submission of the year right now. Who pulls off a fucking chicken wing?
Right.
You know. So speaking of submissions, Sebastian Rodriguez.
This is Sebastian Rodriguez getting the tap out with a rear naked choke, 231 into the very first round over Drake Lopez. He's always a fun fighter to watch whenever we can keep him in the cage.
Yeah, whenever he stays within the boundaries, he's definitely fun to watch. And then Kenya Rosas and Ana Martinez. Yeah, was that a split decision?
La Dinamita, Ana Martinez gets a unanimous decision, 30-27 across the board over Kenya Rosas, who was 1-3 coming into this one, 1-4 now. Ana Martinez improves to 9-4 and 4 draws or 4 no contests, however that shakes out.
That's crazy.
I know, that's a lot of fights to not have a decision on, right?
On our amateur prelims, Juan Gutierrez and Alan Gonzalez put on the fight of the fucking night.
Dude, are you surprised at all?
No, our 125 champ, and taking on the 135 like contender to be a champ there. You
got Tamaulipas, Mexico versus Guanajuato, Mexico.
Jeez, man.
Nothing less than fireworks, man. Yeah. El Carnicero, Juan Gutierrez getting the unanimous decision, 30-27, 30-27, 29-28 from Chance Williams.
Yeah, and it, honestly, from what I saw of the fight, it definitely seemed just a size was an issue for Alan. Alan is definitely a 25er. It needs to stay at 25. But it's not like he went out there and got big brothered around. Like he was out there throwing down. Fun fight. One of my candidates for amateur fight of the year. Before that, I'm clearly biased, but I think my thought, the most entertaining 125er in the nation is Mehul Somaratu.
Look, I'm not going to argue with you there, because Mehul is a fun guy to watch. We talked about him last week. He's so laid back. He's so relaxed. Even whenever he's under fire, man, like he's got a smile on his face, like, oh shit, he's hitting me really hard. Wow, this is so much fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, he picks up, he gets a TKO in the second round, 257 in. Towards the end of the round, he finished Ibrahim like as the
Yeah.
bell was about to sound to get out of the second round. Mahul says, gets a TKO stoppage from referee Ramsey Ishak.
These two guys, so they knew each other beforehand.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and
they still fought?
Crazy, right?
Whoa, that's not my bro.
Crazy. They definitely thought they were talking to each other the entire fight, and they were laughing.
I saw
to
that.
the point where my really all I said in the second round, like in the break, was, "Hey man, we got to stop being nice right now. Like now's not the time to be nice." And if you go back and watch the finish of the video and you listen, you can hear me in the corner going, "All right, Mahul, stop being nice. We gotta go. We gotta go." But he was having a great time, and he didn't want to hurt Ibrahim.
Right.
You know, it was not. It was no malice in that finish. But I was happy to see him get the finish. And and Alex brought up a point that I really hadn't thought about. Mahul has 3 losses. He's up to 3-3 now.
Yeah.
With those 3 losses, he lost to Alan Gonzalez, who was our champ, in a fight where he almost got Alan out of there with a flying knee that cut him open, that almost got a doctor stoppage. He lost to Dragon Davila when he was only been training for a couple months, and then came back and got a submission over Davila at Sub Hunter. And then he
run it back.
And then he lost to Sebastian Rodriguez, who's now a 2-0 pro. In a fight that he was winning every moment of it until the very end.
That was the one at the Bayou City Event Center that I was thinking of, where Mahul was like winning that fight up until he wasn't.
Yep.
You know, again, fight game is a game of inches, and just it changed like that.
I'm telling you guys now, man, fight Mahul now while you can, because one, he's only like 2.5 years in the training. He barely knows what he's doing.
He's like another Josh Van.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, minus the 3 amateur losses, but
Sure.
I mean, that's where you want to do your learning, is on the amateur scene, on that side of things, where the losses really don't matter. You're learning more than anything. He's only going to get sharper. He's only going to get better, and I mean, even despite you being his coach, he's doing phenomenal.
With everything he has up against him. Shout out to Corey Flores,
dude.
with the rare leg kick TKO victory.
Yeah, man. First round, 2:15 in, getting that TKO.
He slams those kicks in there.
And he is not Asif Shah, apparently.
No, yeah. Hey, and listen, guys, everyone, social media, fucking relax. In the middle of the show, we're trying to get pictures up. It's going from one person to another person. That person's doing another job at the same time. And they're just trying to hope they get it's not always perfect. We get the name wrong sometimes. I don't need 1,000 fucking messages.
It happens. I've done it.
Yeah, it's okay. No big deal.
Hey, shout out to Corey Flores for being a good sport about it, though. He went out there and put like the asterisk. Corey, asterisk, TKO. Great sense of humor.
Hey, also, hey, congrats to Ethan
Ethan Afjahi.
Afjahi.
He is one of the rare exceptions. He came over before his first fight at the ceremonial weigh-ins and told me how to pronounce his name. Yeah. He knew, hey man, this isn't a traditional name. My name isn't Jones, and I would never have gotten that pronunciation out of that spelling.
Smart kid.
Thank you, Ethan. Yes, smart kid. Out of Anau, Guam, moving to 2-0 with a tap out in the first round, 229 over Anthony Obregon.
Yeah, and listen, I got to give props to Ethan. He did his job. I told him what I wanted to say beforehand about making weight. You got to make your weight. Any other time, Anthony would not have taken this fight, except for the fact that, for those who don't know, Anthony took this fight Thursday night, made weight Saturday morning. Ethan missed weight. We still decided to take the fight because Sunday night, Anthony fights, goes home, packs up, and leaves at 3 a.m. on a bus to go to New York. He's moved the next day.
Oh, wow.
So he took this fight because he's like, I can squeeze in one fight real quick while in the middle of packing and moving. And I just want to give a shout out to Anthony. That is the mentality and what we preach when it comes to like our guerrilla mob guys and what we do. And he represented us extremely well for short notice hopping in there. But Ethan did his job. Ethan got him out there, man. Congratulations to Ethan. Nico Martinez picking up. Was it a rear naked choke victory?
Triangle.
Triangle. That's
triangle
right.
Choke gets a tap out. 105 into the third and final round over Jesus Araujo in another one. It was just, amateur fight, but the fireworks were there. I mean, that was a fun fight to watch.
I think we're probably going to look at Nico and Juan Gutierrez for the 135 title. Alex is champ right now. out with a little injury, taking a little bit of time off. So we're gonna have an interim title fight.
Okay.
And then, dude, this 135 division is so stacked right now. You've got Gutierrez, you got Nico Martinez, you have our champ. I'm gonna fuck up his name. I can't remember his fucking name, but it's okay. Alex, I'm so sorry. Cordova, I think it's
yes.
Yeah. So, and then you've got Angel out of my gym, who's 3-1 with all finishes. You've got the kid out of I'm forgetting everybody's fucking names right now.
Hey, join the club,
I've got
man.
the kid. You know what? I'm gonna pull this up because I've got him on my next card.
Especially after an event. Whenever I go through so many names, it's hard to remember some of the other guys. I need Eric's whiteboard in front of me. You send me a screenshot.
Oh yeah, Mario Bustos. Mario Bustos, 3-0.
Yeah.
He's taking on a 4-0 kid out of the lab.
You guys have so many guys under contract. It's really hard to keep up and remember without some type of list or reference point, a spreadsheet.
Fucking
Make me an
insane.
Excel spreadsheet of that.
Yeah, I need something because it's getting aggressive right now.
Seriously, man.
Who are the other?
Got the heavyweights, Noel Ceniceros and Jamison Thomas. Jamison Thomas gets the unanimous decision in a fight that Patrick Petlon really enjoyed watching. And then we had Asif Shah.
Shout out to Patrick Petlon.
Asif Shah, he took on Jose Alcantar and gets a split decision. Weapon X picking up that one. I didn't see if they accidentally called him Corey Flores on social media, but probably not. And then we kick things off with Gerald Crawford and Antonio Cesar Gonzalez.
Dude, that was a fun fight.
Tap out, rear naked choke, 137 in a round number 2 for Gerald Crawford. Congratulations to him, picking up his first amateur win. He's 1-1 now.
So we got a little bit of a break. 2 weeks.
When is our next show?
8/17.
8/17, is that the one? That's Avea's birthday, who is in the green room across the hall.
Shout out Avea.
Avea's happy birthday. Daddy's got to work. Thank Mr. Eric for that.
We are back 8/17, and guys, this card. Fuck, man, we say this every time, but Wayne, I'm gonna give you 5 fights off of this card. Just 5.
All right.
All right. We've got Jacob Berry, Josh Thomas.
Holy shit.
Gabriel Wanderlei, Matthias Silva.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, Anna Crutchfield taking on Surrey Cannon.
Wow.
The return of Michael Blockus.
Okay.
These last 3.
You said 5.
I know, I'm lying to you.
Now
these
it's 8.
last 3, guys, if you're not at home listening to this right now and you're not getting bricked up, you don't like this sport. Cody Freeman, Justice Torres.
Wow.
Co-main event, just signed last night. Abdul Kamara, Leomano Martinez for the 135 title.
I saw that. Mono Boy Martinez was scheduled to fight Eric Showtime Shelton.
Yes.
Like, I saw that post.
Yes.
And then, like, a couple hours later, I saw that Eric Shelton shared, like, Leomano scratches. Yeah, guys, he's in the title fight now, so we got to find me an opponent. But, yeah, Abdul Kamara and Mono Boy Martinez for the title. God damn.
And now the reason we did that, Abdul Kamara was supposed to fight John Giannis. 8/22 in Dallas, but congratulations.
Due to circumstances beyond our control, John Giannis is not going to make that fight. Go ahead and tell him, Rich.
John Giannis is the newest member of the UFC roster, making his debut this Saturday.
The juice is loose in the UFC.
I am so excited. He goes up a weight class to fight Austin Bashi, a fighter that nobody wants to fight. He's a hard guy to get matched up. Not for John Giannis. Giannis is going to go in there, do everything he can to kill this dude.
Just get in the game. Just get that jersey on your back. Just get in the game.
That's it.
Say yes. Work for Michael Aswell.
Yep.
He fought a much bigger opponent and earned his respect. The guy's name escapes me at the moment, but he's a much bigger opponent.
Yep, up a weight class, much bigger striker.
And Aswell earned his respect. The guy quit, getting too close.
Yeah.
He kept his distance and just maintained, got to the judges, but. Dude, shout out to John the Juice Giannis, man. So happy. I love to see these guys who have put in the sweat equity, that put in the work, get that call up, man. It's so satisfying.
Another guy that we've all got to watch come up.
Yeah, man.
And I mean, Giannis has done spectacular things here.
You think back on some of those fights that didn't necessarily go his way.
Yeah.
Like, the judges saw it a different way or whatever, and the disappointment that you can see in that moment, like, it all pays off, man. He kept the grind alive, and now he's a UFC fighter, man.
Yep. And hey, I want to explain one thing real quick. So we got our 135 title as the co-main, and our 125 title as the main event. And the reason for that is because the main event is a Fury FC Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
The little animal Jacob Silva taking on Paris Moran.
Dude.
I hate to use the term like retirement fights or end of the road, but Jacob's been very public.
He's talking about it.
That he's getting towards the end. He's got 2 more fights left.
2 left, right?
Yeah, 2 left on his contract, and he says he's done. And Eric and I,
he's not.
He's not. We sat for a while trying to figure out like who's going to fight for this 125 title. And originally it was Nick Piccinini and Paris Moran.
That would have been fun to watch, dude.
And Nick wasn't able to make that date.
I saw he's fighting
822. Yeah. So he wasn't able to make 817. And so we started looking at it and like who made the most sense. Like Jacob's on a run, got a good win streak. He's a former champion. And you know what? He fucking deserves it.
He earned it. He deserves nothing. He's earned it.
He's earned every single bit of this. So thank you to Jacob Silva for being amazing. And holy shit, he's got a hit. Paris fucking Moran.
Dude, that's going to be lightning in the cage, man.
Yeah.
Paris Moran, I feel like he's probably going to have a chip on his shoulder.
Oh, for sure.
He's got a lot to prove. Who did he fight last?
Alden Correa.
He fought up a weight class, right? Did he fight at 135?
His last, before that, he fought at 35.
Okay.
His last fight was Alden Correa. Who, shout out to Alden Correa, got picked up for Contender Series this week. So
nice.
Alden
breaking news.
Is heading out to Vegas to be part of the
congratulations to Cobra. I like it, man.
Well deserved. So it'll be exciting to see what goes down on this card. But 817 is going to be an extremely fun night of fights. Then we head to Dallas for 2 shows back to back.
Dude, what are we doing? Is that September?
No, that's August.
August. Okay.
So we got 817.
817, then 822, and then
823.
823. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And if I remember, 822 is Fury.
Yep.
And then Submission Hunter the next day.
Yep.
Okay, that'll work because Submission Hunter the day
night
before
before
Fury,
sucks.
that's going to be a tough one. Okay, good.
Yeah. So, hey, at our event this week, you got to do something pretty cool, I thought, man. And we got to give some love to some 80s icons.
Dude, yeah, man.
That passed.
Hey, shout out for the no advance notice.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
if I was off, if I seemed a little nervous or something, it's because I was, man. Go out there and eulogize Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Without being prepared. So that was all off the cuff, on the fly.
Yeah, and to Wayne's credit, Eric and I are terrible about planning things, especially. But once we decide it, we're gonna fucking make it happen.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there, and we're probably like 30 minutes till the show starts, and Eric says, "Hey, should we do like a 10 bell for Hogan or something like that?
Yes.
And like,
absolutely,
yeah, of course. And then it was like, well, dude, like, Ozzy. And fucking, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Theo. Like,
we couldn't have just honored Hogan without honoring those other 2 legends.
Right,
man.
right.
Like, what a tough week for kids of our generation,
Dude.
To lose Theo Huxtable in the way that we did?
Yeah, absolutely terrible, man. And, it was one of those things where, like, we grew up with Theo.
Yeah, man. It was like our, like a brother.
Yeah.
Or, like that close friend. We all knew somebody like Theo, and he was so relatable.
When Theo, like my favorite, obviously there's the Gordon Gartrell, the shirt. Like,
that's
fucking amazing.
The most iconic.
But for me, my favorite Theo episode is when he gets his ear pierced. He's trying to hide it from his dad.
I remember that.
He's trying to talk to him. He keeps trying to hide it. Because I did that. I did that maybe like a year later. I pierced my ear in my bathroom with a needle. And I remember like walking around like this with my mom, hoping nobody saw it, and it got infected.
That's how dumb we are at that age. Like, oh, I'll do it. I'll just turn my head. They won't notice. They won't see it.
Yeah, nobody will notice.
I'll never forget that it's there and expose it.
So yeah, like you grew up with Theo as like a part of your family.
Yeah, man.
You know, I mean, his dad was a rapist, but still, like you.
Yeah. We didn't know that then.
No.
Unless you were really paying attention to that barbecue sauce episode.
Right.
Then you kind of, hey, what's he talking about?
You know, and here's. I'm not going to avoid it. I've read a few complaints about us talking about Hogan beforehand. Listen, did Hogan say some fucked up shit? Sure he did. Terrible. I don't agree with it, but he said it. I also, you know what? I don't turn Michael Jackson off when the song comes on. I don't turn off R. Kelly when the song comes on. I don't turn off the Cosby Show.
No.
You know, like it's people do horrible things. But that's not what they're remembered for. Like my memories are not of Hulk Hogan dropping N-bombs.
Yeah.
You know, like I have two favorite Hulk Hogan memories that stand out to me, man. And some of this will date me, and some of this won't.
That's fine.
My great-grandfather was a massive Hogan fan. Was a massive wrestling fan. Like he was a Bruno Sammartino man.
Oh, okay.
And so, but he was always a WWF guy.
Greatest regional attraction.
Yes.
You know, him and Andre, like right there.
Loved it.
But from like 1963 to 1979, Bruno Sammartino sold out every show.
Everywhere.
At the Madison Square Garden. Pretty much everywhere he went, but sold out MSG for like 18 years.
So my dad, my great-grandpa, I was almost with my dad, woke me up. I went to bed, told mom everybody was asleep. And he pulled me into our living room and sat me up on his lap. I think I had like hot chocolate or some shit, you know, got a blanket. And I watched Hogan defeat the Iron Sheik.
Man.
And like that's a core memory for me. That's a core memory of my childhood.
January 24th, 1984, I think.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the week after my birthday. I'm born January 19th. So my dad told me this was like a late birthday present for me.
Yeah.
But he told me, shout out to you, Pops. I got Hogan to win tonight. Like I told him he needs to win for you. You know, at 5 years old, I'm like, what? Yeah, what? Wow.
Oh man, thank you.
And then my other
that's awesome.
My other less important to everybody else, but still a core memory for me was the first time watching Hogan cartoon, man, on Saturday. Like when they did the Superstars, like I loved it.
Dude, whenever I was 10 years old, I told this story last week. My aunt took me and my little sister to meet him at Toys R Us, and as he was leaving, you know, he had to leave before he got through everybody. But whenever he was leaving, he walked down the line on the way out. He, you know, shook everybody's hand. As he was getting like super close, but this is like height of Hulkamania, Hulk Hogan in 1986. I'm like sitting there like just losing my mind, bending my hand backwards, like what am I going to say to him? What am I going to say to Hulk Hogan? All these epic moments, whatever, and that was all I could come up with. I really like your cartoon. Oh, thank you, little brother.
Yeah.
And whenever we were leaving, I got my little picture with the stamped autograph on it or whatever. I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. And I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking, Wayne? That's all you come up with? You hardly even watch that cartoon. You watch him every Saturday morning. But I just lost my mind seeing, you know, red spandex and some snakeskin python cowboy boots and the Hulkamania shirt.
He was a part of so many epic moments. You know, like, okay, he ushered in rock and wrestling. Cyndi Lauper.
Hands down.
I mean, Captain Lou Albano running around with these guys.
Such an epic
you know,
time
like,
in the
and
business.
he was able to. Wrestling today is bigger than it's ever been.
He ushered in that golden era of 80s wrestling. And Vince has said that his first choice was Dusty Rhodes, but Dusty Rhodes didn't see the vision, didn't want to cross the territorial boundaries, whatever, wanted to respect time-honored tradition in the wrestling business. Hulk Hogan was a second choice, and Hulk was all in.
Yeah.
And I don't think, had Dusty said, okay, yeah, baby, let's do it, I don't think we have the same the same explosion.
It's
you couldn't
not.
see Dusty Rhodes in that rock and wrestling connection.
Did you see Rhodes versus Rocky?
Doesn't work. That doesn't work for me, brother.
No, and you know, Dusty was not a small man.
No.
But he was not a Hulk.
No.
He was not a Hulk. Terry Bollea was what, 6'6" at his prime?
Yeah, 6'6",
300
6'7",
pounds,
300
basically.
pounds.
You know, and that's a legit. Let's say he's 6'5".
Right.
Like, he's a big fucking dude.
Yeah.
Ripped, coming through. the blonde hair, the bandana, ripping the shirt off. Dusty couldn't do that. That wasn't Dusty's presence.
No.
Dusty was amazing. One of my favorite of all time.
He's a white Muhammad Ali. He would have, shuffled and done all that and wore the robes and talked the jive and everything, and it would have been fun.
Yeah.
But it would have been a lot different,
and
it wouldn't have just crescendoed like it did, and drew in all of us.
Yeah.
Like all the casual fans that it brought in and made lifelong fans out of the business of it.
And think about like the level of fame that Hogan achieved. It was like Hogan, Tyson, Michael Jackson. I guess Madonna came along in that time too.
Yeah.
But like they were worldwide stars without the internet, without cell phones, without like they were worldwide stars. They couldn't go fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
And so. And then we forget, I remember people talking about Hogan was an 80s star. Hogan is also the reason the NWO went fucking crazy in WCW.
2 boom periods. The golden era of the 80s, and then in the 90s, that attitude era that everybody loves. Oh, the WWE isn't the same since the attitude era. You wouldn't have had that attitude era without Hulk Hogan making that heel turn, joining Hall and Nash and forming the NWO.
The third man, baby.
Who's the third man? Who's the third man? You see Hulk Hogan coming down, and everybody's like, oh, Hogan's here to save the day against these assholes.
Yeah.
Leg drop to Randy Savage, and dude, everybody lost their minds. Garbage. You remember all the garbage that they threw in the ring?
Oh, it was crazy.
Poor Mean Gene standing there trying to get an interview, getting pelted with trash. Dude, Hogan, to his credit, dude, he pulled off that heel turn marvelously. It's like, dude, you're the ultimate good guy, but he's like, hey, all this trash in the ring represents you people. You can stick it. It's like, what? Hogan telling the fans to stick it?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
He was amazing, man. He starts playing the belt like a guitar.
Yeah, the air guitar. And the Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child, man. Like,
perfect.
hey, everybody remembers Real American, and that's the iconic Hogan entrance song. But dude, Voodoo Child is right there,
man.
That,
do you think that was a Jimmy Hart idea? Because he was a music guy.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure. Jimmy Hart is a music guy, played with the Gentrys.
Yeah.
Like had a massive hit in like the 60s or whatever prior to his wrestling run. But yeah, dude, he composed a lot of the theme songs for the WWF and WCW. So I'm sure, being as close as he was to Hulk Hogan, they were like that. He did a lot for Hogan behind the scenes. I'm almost positive that you're absolutely correct. And Jimmy Hart probably picked that song. I like, here's what you're playing the air guitar on the belt to, is this song.
My older brother reminded me the other day when we were in New Orleans. We were talking about just wrestling moments. This was obviously before Hogan had passed. And he was like, I said something, I was like, it made me tear up. He goes, I remember seeing you cry. I was like, what? He was like, I remember seeing you cry about wrestling. I was like, well, what? He goes, who was the big fat guy jumping? I'm like, Earthquake? And when Earthquake had hurt Hogan, like, I was one of those kids, like, I was crying.
Yeah.
I was upset. I was like, he hurt his ribs. That's not fair.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Send your get well wishes to Hulk Hogan at P.O. Box.
And they got everybody's mailing addresses.
Yes, and everybody got a catalog.
Yeah, dude. I bought shit off that catalog, too, when it came in.
Vince McMahon was a marketing genius back before, again, before the internet, before social media. He was getting all that information from people voluntarily. Like before Facebook, and we're all just signing away our information for free, and smartphones invading our private thoughts. Like Vince was, getting you to cry for Hulk Hogan and sending a get well card, right?
I think that's where people who don't understand wrestling don't understand just a book or good storytelling. Or like, have you listened to Jim Cornette break down driving down the road and seeing two guys fighting? You know, and he's like, the big guy speeds up the little guy. Oh, then the little guy starts making a comeback, and that's wrestling. Yeah. I used to describe it as a soap opera for guys, and the more I thought about it, it's for everyone.
Ted DiBiase describes it as that too. It's a soap opera for men.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The storytelling will draw you in. Like you develop,
if it's done right. If it's not done right, you'll sit there and scratch your head, and you'll see why. You bring somebody in that doesn't like wrestling, and you're like, look, we know it's fake or whatever. Okay, just watch this. And if it's not a good story, you're like, oh crap, all right, here, let me find something for you to watch. Whenever it's done right, though, nothing better, man. It's like the most purest form of entertainment. One take. like for the most part, okay, now they got the scripted promos, and it often feels over-scripted. But if you go back to some of that older stuff that we grew up on, man, those guys were talking all. Ric Flair, all those promos that he was cutting about his alligator shoes, and I don't know what the hell you're wearing. That shit looks cheap to me. All that just off the cuff, off the fly. And I mean, and Ric Flair, he's another one, man. God bless him. How did he
outlive Hogan?
You know, he's still around,
all
man.
All right, so you're telling me that like training prayers and vitamins don't outlast cocaine, blowjobs, and strippers?
I'm coming to your town. I'm drinking all your liquor. I'm doing all your drugs, but not in so many words. Yeah. And I'm banging all your women.
Here's my hotel room number.
We're at the Ramada Inn.
Yeah, dude. Like, and if you're a fighter, clearly a lot of fighters are watching this. You're a fighter watching this.
Right.
Go back and watch these old promos. You think? We talk about Conor McGregor. We talk about Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen unabashedly will say, "No, dude, Billy Superstar Graham gave me the words I'm saying."
Yeah.
But you don't have to say what they're saying, but watch the confidence and the delivery and the feeling you put behind it.
That, man, and put your own twist on it.
Yeah.
And that's how you become more identifiable. People can relate to you. Look, everybody loves a good fighter, but if you just go in there and, we trained hard for this one, and I got the knockout win, and I'm really happy about it. Dana, call me.
Yeah.
I mean, put some personality there. Dude, Dallas Dodd.
Right.
Dallas Dodd has watched some wrestling in his life.
Yeah.
Clearly, man.
The best looking man here in Fury, man. I love it.
Yes. I love a good Dallas Dodd promo. But, I mean, you could tell who's kind of watched and seen some good promos in their lifetime.
So I think, wrapping up with Hogan, man, that any Mount Rushmore of wrestling that does not include Hogan is just invalid. You're not right. Like, he changed the game, he changed the era. And unfortunately, your Mount Rushmore has to have Vince and Hogan on it, no matter what it is. Greatest good guys of all time. Well, fucking Hulk Hogan was probably the greatest good guy of all time. Yeah. Greatest bad guy of all time. He was a fucking amazing bad guy.
He's got to be on there too. He may not be the greatest, but he's right up there.
How good was the Mr. McMahon character?
Dude. Hands down, most evil. And he's barely a wrestler. Like he had a couple of matches or whatever, so you can kind of classify him. But the greatest heel character of all time in the history of the business, accidentally, Vince McMahon.
And so again,
we'll dive into that whenever Bret Hart passes away, I guess.
Thank you, man. Thank you to Hulk Hogan for like all the memories, and like
anybody that has an issue with Hulk Hogan, you are certainly entitled to that.
100%.
He earned for you to feel that way. He said what he said. He did what he did, and I can't change that. Nobody can, especially at this point. But whenever a guy has done more good in his lifetime than bad, I don't judge a man by his lowest point, his worst moments, his biggest sin. I've got friends that have done time and they've rehabilitated themselves, and they're not that person anymore. And I see them being judged. I can't get a job because of this. Well, he's not that person anymore. Look, man, I don't think Hulk Hogan was some cross-burning racist or whatever. He said some stupid shit. He's from an era that's long gone. We've outgrown it. You'll never eliminate that stupidity, that ignorance. That's always going to exist in some form or fashion. But we're getting there, I feel like. And he atoned. He asked for forgiveness. And if a man is big enough to ask for forgiveness, I'm big enough to give it. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. And that's fine. We can agree to disagree. I'm not judging anybody for feeling the way they do about Hulk Hogan if they disagree with him. But he did so much good for so many people. And stories that we'll never hear about, like charitable things that he's done and stuff. The man, Terry Bollea, may be flawed, but the character Hulk Hogan, icon.
I love the fact that 90% of my personality in life has been created and crafted around like Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, and Hulk Hogan.
It's almost embarrassing to say that.
Right.
But yeah, dude, I've gotten,
and some Dusty Rhodes sprinkled.
I've been slapped at a bar before for talking Ric Flair on some alcohol.
Dude, I have been in a work meeting and somebody said we're gonna do this. I'm like, not gonna work for me, brother.
Hey, or a girl says something and you're like, hey, sweetheart, I've worked half as hard for twice as high.
All right. Smack. Hey, you can't be first. You
can always be next.
Hey, and then Ozzy Osbourne.
Dude,
I'm a massive music guy.
You and my buddy John. My buddy John, he was out at the Fights this past weekend. You met him a couple of times before. Dude. He was a huge Ozzy fan. Dude, for music, that was his Hulk Hogan. So to lose, like there are people out there who lost Hulk Hogan and Ozzy in the same week. They're just like, what?
Yeah.
And you know, the older we get, I mean, we're just gonna see more of that, man.
It's crazy, man. Like we're seeing,
How about that time he ate a bat on stage? That time he pissed on the Alamo. Did you see the Alamo release a statement after he passed? You know, basically sending their condolences and, you know,
oh, that's cool.
Kind of saying the same thing. You know, like, hey, you know, we don't judge a man for, you know, that. You know, he's grown since then. And yada yada yada. But yeah, the Alamo even released a statement. You know, the official account.
I went to 2 Ozzy concerts in my entire life, and the one that I went to, I loved. Right before he played the last song, he walked out on the stage and he was like, "If anyone here has drugs, share them with me." And then he goes, "Please."
Oh,
and
man.
you started seeing like all kind of shit get thrown on stage, dude. And I was like,
all the 20 sacks.
Yeah,
it was the 8 balls.
It was awesome, man. Like he was
crazy.
A multi-generational worldwide talent. And how cool is it? He got to do a concert 3 weeks before he passes.
Dude, back to the beginning. I tried to mention it a little bit in my remarks. What a proper send-off for Ozzy. Just an icon. To get that love, that one last moment. You know, sadly, you know, Parkinson's was robbing us of the Ozzy that, you know, we all knew, loved, and appreciated. But he was able to put on that one last performance. He pushed through it. Dude, props, man. And what a beautiful, appropriate send-off. A huge stadium.
Dude, he finishes
giving him that love.
"Mama, I'm coming home."
Dude. Yeah.
Like, and it's just like I got chills thinking about it now.
It's okay if you cried. It's all right if you cried to that.
I did. Like I teared up watching that.
You got to add that to the list. It's okay for a grown man to cry if your dog dies, your dad dies, or if you watch Ozzy Osbourne perform "Mama, I'm Coming Home." Back to the beginning.
Hey man, we've got El Jefe's out in Vegas with the UFC BJJ this week. Brown guy's out defending the public. Brown Batman.
Shout out Diego Reyes, busting all the Jack Shacks.
Man, but hey, dude, I'm glad we got to connect and get back on the show today. And I've been gone for like a month.
You've been gone for a while, man. We've had to do a lot of these without you. You know, I'll be remiss if I didn't say it's good to have you back.
Thanks, man.
I don't want to poo-poo on you too hard.
Travel
is
hard
a little bit, but yeah, dude, you've been busy with your own work and business and father life, dad life. So it's good to have you back.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Good to throw one back. And hey guys, on that note, I think the time for talk is over. This has been Fury Unleashed, brother.